Welcome to the DVR Companion. In this video series, I'm discussing Experience Editor in Sitecore 3.0. If you haven't tuned in the first 3 videos, please do so for your best understanding of this next piece of the training. This training is updating the rendering parameters of your content elements. Rendering parameters are just how each of your content elements are going to lay out and use different CSS styling on your web page. Each of these rendering parameters are going to be specific to the content elements. In this example, I'm going to show you how to update a featured content element and its rendering parameters. So you see, I have my featured content element. I've saved, submitted, and published completely at this featured content level. I'll go into my Jamie Test webpage and open up Experience Editor. You'll see I have not yet bound my featured content element to my webpage. If you have not reviewed the Experience Editor video on how to add a content element, please go back and view that video. I'm going to run through this pretty quickly. I'll hover over my featured content and I'll open up my options. I'll click More, and then click Edit Component Properties. This gives me a Control Properties pop-up window. You'll see I have quite a few different options. If I were to want to add a background image to my featured content component, I can browse and use the media picker, go into my media library, and find an image that I would like as my background. Automatically, your image is going to be the left of your content. If I wanted to move my image to the right, I simply click this checkbox under the Details section. Typically, we don't want to mess with any of these general settings here. If I wanted to update the style of my featured content component, I can use this drop-down and choose either 3D or slope up. For this example, I'm going to choose slope up. Caching and other additional parameters are typically not used. I'll click OK. You'll notice that now I have a slope up and my image overlays the right side of my featured content element. I'll save, submit, and publish to web. To check my work, I'm going to go back into my staging URL and refresh my page. See my basic content element and now my featured content element with a right-hand rendering parameter and a slope-up rendering parameter. Each of our content elements that we are able to bind to our web pages are going to have different rendering parameters. Hero slideshows are actually another great example of rendering parameters. I want my whole box of my hero slideshow. I'll click More, Edit Component Properties, and then I'm in my Control Properties panel. I can apply text over my image, alignment of my hero text. I can hide any of my title and subtitle information, and even add an overlay image. Again, I would simply just click Browse and get into my media library and choose the image that I would like to overlay. I can choose the overlay location. For now, I'm only going to change my text alignment to center and click OK. You'll see that now the hero slideshow text, my body text, and even my subtitle text has shifted to the center of the page. I still need to save, submit, and publish. I'll reload my page. From left aligned to center aligned, I've updated my hero slideshow component. Thanks for tuning in on how to update the rendering parameters of content elements within the Experience Editor of Sitecore 3.0.